Hey there, guys. Welcome back to our final episode of Movember Talks. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started and bring Mr. Grant Myers in with us. And hey there, Mr. Grant. How's it going?
It's going well, man. Great to be back.
All righty. Anything going on with you this week?
Let's see. We just got a Christmas tree today. That was a pretty good thing. Um,
So is it a live tree or is it an artificial tree?
no, so we already put up the artificial tree a couple weeks ago. So that's
Okay.
already been going on. And then today we decided to get the live tree. So I went to a local establishment, got the tree. It was put on the car. And, I had the guy, tether it up and tie it on because I trust the other professionals more than I trust myself.
Exactly.
So anyway, first turn made a left outside, and half the tree fell off the car.
Oh no.
The first time this has ever happened to me, man. It was super
Oh
embarrassing.
no.
We had to pull over, retie it on. So it's been a morning.
So his expertise did not come in very handy on tying that tree down,
No, no, not so much. I thought about going back there and requesting my tip back, but
right?
I didn't do
It,
that.
you could have given me a holler, thrown it in the back of the truck, and called it good,
I think maybe next time I'm going to do that.
right? Right. I've been doing kind of the same. I've got all the Christmas lights on the house decorated. A couple of things. I'm trying to get lights around my garage, so trying to figure out which lights are going to go where, how is my spacing going to fit, all that good stuff. But that's the only lights that I have left is the garage lights. Uh, Went ahead and replaced all the lights around my back patio from incandescent lights over to LED lights. It's a little brighter back there now.
Yeah, I would think a lot brighter. Good sale
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah, it was pretty good. 25 bucks a strand. I only needed two, so much better than spending 80 bucks on the two strands.
Yeah,
The
what'd you do with the other lights you had on there? Did you string them on the inside?
I, I, that was the plan. I want to string them on the inside, but I don't know if that's going to be too much. So because those LEDs really brighten things up a lot more. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna go on.
Yeah, I guess you have to decide if it's going to be worthwhile. If you need it at all, really.
Right, right. So all right. So we're here. We're talking about our Movember, which is prostate cancer awareness and men's mental health. Correct.
Correct.
Correct. Uh, how's your mental health doing? You've been doing pretty good over this. I don't know. You didn't have the whole week off like I did, but you've had a couple days off.
I did. So we were planning on visiting family in Las Vegas, so we'd already taken some time off. So I had Wednesday through tomorrow off. So I had a pretty good amount of time to recharge and relax. So it's been nice. It's my first time having a proper staycation where I don't have a lot of stuff to do.
Right, right. And mine started out with finishing up the office. I got my shelves put up with the lighting in there.
Yeah.
So it's been a painstaking process this whole venture started back in mid-August, early August, maybe for me. So it has taken this long for me to get the desk, everything to do with the desk, the shelves, the lighting. It's taken a while to get all this done, but it's finished. I'm
How
getting
does it feel? Doesn't it feel
feels good.
amazing
I've
to
got the
finally
lights
have?
on. Got
Yeah.
the lights on, yeah. So brightens it up in here a little bit. They're still on the wall. They haven't fallen down. It's been up for almost a week, so we're starting to get a few little knickknacks and things like that up on the shelves, and so it's going pretty good.
You got a picture of that set up there, sir, that we can all see, or is that
Not
a
not handy, not handy,
okay?
not where I can get it up there quickly.
Well, if
The,
people just go to your Facebook, I'm sure they could find
yes,
it, right?
you could go to the Facebook and you could see it, and it would work out pretty good, and I think that would work. Uh, so yeah, so that's it. So moving on, we've got our QR codes for Movember.com. If you scan on those codes, it'll take you straight to our Movember page. And if you choose to do so, you can put a donation in there. And I actually got a donation the other day. I was quite happy. My mother-in-law gave me a donation.
Very
So,
nice.
so I'm a little bit of donation in, and that worked out pretty good. So, hey, every little bit helps. So, she wanted to give a little bit, so I said, go right ahead. Uh, we'll make good use of the funds.
Very good. Yeah, every year I don't really raise a whole lot of money, but it's more for the discussion, the awareness. But even if you chip in a couple bucks, that also counts. So it's always
Right,
good to have.
right. So we do have some great mustaches that we can talk about. Uh, and after going through these mustaches, I've noticed that there is a lot of great mustaches that are out there. It's been kind of hard, even though I think we're going to list about 15. There's probably another 100 or so we could probably go through and pick out.
Craig, I think I would list your mustache as one of the greatest mustaches out
It's
there.
Look at there, man. It is.
Yeah,
It's
look,
not
man.
it's not dark, but it looks like a mustache, and it doesn't look terrible. I don't think.
No, you rock the mustache pretty well. If
Yeah,
yeah, once it thickened up there, it looks pretty natural.
right. It's pretty
And
good.
was it a big hit for Thanksgiving?
It. I had a few of the relatives. Hey, you've got a mustache now. Yes, I do. And then
Yeah.
so we'd talk about it, and that's where the donation came from. So there you go.
Awesome. So it worked. The strategy worked.
The strategy works. It works. All right. So we've got starting off with our first mustache is Mr. Kurt Russell, but he is Wyatt Earp in this picture.
Great movie, by the way.
It is a great movie. That is the best one. There is Wyatt Earp and there is Tombstone, and Wyatt Earp by far is the better movie in my opinion.
Hmm. I've never really directly compared the two.
Yeah,
Um. Yeah. I guess you're right. I think I'd have to lean that way too.
yeah. Uh, Fun fact is in the movie Tombstone, all of the Earp family and Doc Holliday, all those guys, the whole cast grew their own mustaches for the movie because they wanted it to be authentic. So this is not a fake mustache by any means that Kurt Russell has. This is his mustache grown out, and that's him.
We sort of discussed this a little bit ago, but I'm surprised to see that he could actually grow this mustache. I never thought of Kurt Russell as having like a thick beard or have the ability to grow something like that. I
Right,
mean that looks really beefy.
right. That's a good mustache. That's pretty good. Uh, Going on to mustache number two, and you've probably heard the name, but you didn't know it's another movie character. Uh, this isn't the guy's real name, but when you get a mustache named after you, you know you've done something right. So you have the Fu Manchu, and so it's a movie, and the character's name is Fu Manchu, and of course that is an iconic mustache. And anytime you hear of anybody, I'm growing a Fu Manchu, this is what you think of.
Yes, everybody knows the Fu Manchu. I think a lot of big fans out there. I, for one, am a big fan of the Fu Manchu.
Right. I don't think I could grow anything like that, but it is definitely an impressive mustache.
So stylized too,
Right?
having to shave the inside there and just have it grow longer on the sides. Like I mean,
Right.
that takes a lot of planning.
It does. It does. I'm sure it's very tedious work there. Um, Moving on, and I brought up this next mustache to you a while back, and you didn't know who I was talking about. I don't think you'd ever heard of the guy, but
Nope, not at all.
he's a baseball player, um, and he's bounced around to a couple of different teams, I believe. I don't know a whole lot about him, and I don't ever remember watching him, but I knew the name, and it's Mr. Raleigh Fingers.
Yeah, never even looking at his picture, I have no idea who this guy is. But I'm not a huge baseball fan, so this could be
right?
the reason why.
But this was his mustache day in, day out. It's not like he grew it for a certain thing and then shaved it off. This is how he kept his mustache all the time.
Now, how do you play a game like, I mean, a baseball game? If it would
I,
be sprinting and he slides in, like, and it never
well,
moved, it didn't waver?
he's a pitcher, so he's probably not doing a lot of
Ah,
running and stuff. He's just throwing the ball.
okay,
So
okay, this makes sense.
yeah. So, but that's Mr. Raleigh Fingers. So that's another great handlebar type mustache.
You know, I
And
think if I go
then
a couple more months, I could do that to myself.
we have Yosemite Sam, whose mustache and eyebrows are all kind of one. It looks like.
They are. I never realized that.
Yeah. So,
That's that's something I can't do.
and no, I don't think I could get that one. Definitely, definitely can't do the eyebrows if you can see there. I mean, I have barely an eyebrow as it is. Uh, so I don't know. My oldest son has been blessed with my eyebrows. So hopefully it pans out a little bit better for him than it has me.
Hey, better than the unibrow, in my
This is
opinion.
true. This is true. But you know, kids today, they don't really watch Bugs Bunny, and that's where Yosemite Sam is from. He's a WB Looney Tunes character, and you you don't really see Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam and Daffy Duck and all those guys. You don't see them on TV much anymore. You got to really hunt for them.
Yeah, it's a shame. I grew up watching those cartoons. I always loved them. Thought they were hilarious. But you know, in this day and age, I think people might feel that they are a little tad too violent. You know, we grew up and it was just fine. But you know, there's a lot of anvils dropping, and Yosemite Sam had a couple
That's right.
guns that were being shot all the time.
Right?
But I liked it. I thought they were hilarious.
It's great. It's great. I like me some Yosemite Sam. And moving on to the last mustache, uh, I was always a big fan of this guy as an actor. A majority of his movies I really like. Uh, a couple you could probably name just right offhand, but we have Burt Reynolds,
Yeah, and the icon of all icons for the mustache, I think.
right? And there's a couple of movies that he has that he doesn't have the mustache, and it's just he just doesn't look right to me. It's when you think of Burt Reynolds, you think of that mustache, and it's nothing really fancy about the mustache. It's just when you see him, that's what you think of. You got Burt Reynolds and the mustache. So some of his younger days, I guess, no mustache in the younger movies.
I don't think I've seen any of those movies. From what I can recall, I think he's always had that mustache.
He's I'm trying to remember if he had it in The Longest Yard. I don't know if he had the mustache there. Um, but there were some movies I think before the Longest Yard that he did not have the mustache.
Well, very disturbing, to say the least.
Very disturbing. Very disturbing. Alrighty, so there is our great mustaches in history. Um, and you know, can you think of any that we haven't covered here? I don't necessarily have pictures to put up, but do you have any offhand that you think could have an honorable mention?
Oh, honorable mentions. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, Man, I'm trying to recall. We went over Hulk Hogan, right? Was he in the last
We
segment? Did we do
we didn't
this?
put him in. I was going to put him in this last one, but Yosemite Sam came in and Raleigh Fingers. So Hulk Hogan does have that iconic mustache. His,
Yeah.
it goes all the way down, and it's very blonde. Uh,
Very
so
blonde, even though he's
very
70 years old now. Super
right,
blonde.
right.
Yeah.
So we got him. Really, that whole cast from Tombstone. Uh,
Oh yeah.
Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday. His was on point, I believe. Uh, there's Billy D. Williams.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Lionel Richie.
Ooh, Lionel Richie. Man, I guess. Yeah, I just never thought of him. He's just, the mustache never popped into my head with Lionel Richie for me.
Right. Um, let's see. There was Groucho Marx, even though his was not a real mustache. It's a very iconic, painted on, thick black mustache.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True. You're right.
Oh, look at here. My brothers come in. So you got Paul Sr. from uh, the motorcycle stuff.
The motorcycle stuff.
Yeah, Paul Tuttle Sr., American Chopper, I believe is what it
Oh,
is.
that's right. Absolutely. You're right. Right.
Yep.
He's
And
been popular.
he also put in Sam Elliott, which we covered. If he was watching the first episode, we covered Sam Elliott, and he does have a uh, very iconic mustache. Uh,
Yes.
there's I don't know. There's a ton. Uh, Sammy Davis
You know, on
Jr.
that.
had the little thin mustache. You know, you could
Yeah, he
do
did. He did.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. These are all like similar pencil mustaches that they have.
Yeah, uh, all those. Richard Pryor back in the day.
Richard Pryor. True. His was a thick mustache too.
His was thick, and I don't ever recall seeing him without a mustache.
No, he always had that, from what I can remember.
Yep.
And there was a,
Yeah.
tongue in cheek, but on that list you had, you also had Frida, the Movember,
yes.
the top 50 mustaches, which is
Yes.
more of the unibrow, and
Right.
also slight
Yeah.
mustache.
She's made it into both categories. My brothers put in there Steve Harvey. He was on that list. I remember seeing him. So his is very thick. He's got the very white teeth.
Yes, he's almost Steve, close to Richard Pryor, the same
Right.
type of style.
I would put that in there. All right. So we've covered some great mustaches. We want to recap a little bit on our prostate health, since this is why we're doing that, trying to bring awareness to our prostate health and men's mental awareness or men's mental health. So our 5 foods for our diet that we had, I'll just throw that up there real quick. Remember, we got our cruciferous vegetables, broccoli and cauliflower, things like that. All of our berries, raspberry, strawberry, blackberry, blueberry, all the good berries. We've got fish, and not like bass or catfish or anything like that, but those that are high in the good fats and the good HDLs, with salmon and things of that nature. Cooked tomatoes are really good. And coffee and tea without the sugar.
Keeping it pure.
Yep. I'm not a big coffee fan, but I could probably do the tea without sugar, even though that's not my favorite. When in a pinch, I could do it, and I can tolerate it. But it's more I think the green tea, if I remember correctly. It was the green tea.
Yeah, it's a healthy stuff. The green tea.
Yeah.
The green tea that tastes the least good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And Grant, what do we have? You covered some things on our health-wise, our activity and fitness.
Yeah, definitely. Activity and fitness is also one of the major ways that you can continue to be healthy overall, number one. And it's also great for your mental health, right? If you're feeling down, if you're not feeling up to par, if you're able to get 30 minutes of exercise per day, well, that's a recommendation, 5 days a week, 30 minutes, 5 days a week at the very least. It's literature shows that it has a big mood booster in addition to keeping you physically healthy.
Right.
So that's a great thing to keep in mind. Also, sticking with the foods, certain supplements or supplementation is also great for prostate health. I'll take saw palmetto is a plant sterol. So any plant sterols out there that you can get will also be good to maintain your prostate health.
You want me to cut it or do you want to eat it whole?
Oh, you want to cut it or eat it whole? I don't know.
It's pizza making time, man.
Ooh, pizza making time. I did
Yeah.
some squash and zucchini and some chicken out on my griddle last night,
Oh,
and
that sounds great.
oh man, it turned out delicious. I
What
enjoyed it.
about no cooked tomatoes? Oh man, your prostate. He's looking for the cooked tomatoes.
We didn't have any. I don't think we had any. Maybe, but yeah, I think the tomatoes would go nicely in with the zucchini and squash. It'd
Yeah,
go good.
I mean that
Yeah,
anything that you make on that griddle is phenomenal.
it turned out pretty good. Yeah, that's awesome. Uh, but I've enjoyed doing this weekly Movember talk with you guys, or with me and you. I've enjoyed coming on. We haven't gotten a whole lot of viewers. Um, Last week's episode didn't get a whole lot of viewers. I think we only had about 58 views or something like that. And the two prior were like 150 or so. So that was pretty good. Hopefully we'll get some views this week. Uh, get that shared out and uh, get some people watching this. And again, guys, you can go in and if you choose to, you can go in and donate for Movember.com. Just scan that little QR code there on your screen. Or just go to Movember.com. You can search, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, Grant, but you can search for either my name or Grant's name, and it should pop up, right?
Absolutely. You just go onto the website itself, and you can see. You can probably search whoever you know, and someone might pop up that you probably know.
This is true, and you don't necessarily have to donate for us, but if there's somebody else there in your group or close friend, hey, go donate for them. But every little bit helps. Um, yeah, that's really about all I got for this week.
Well, Craig, I'd like to thank you for growing a mustache and actually accepting the challenge here. Every year, I ask people to join me in this quest that my wife hates so much. But I think it's a good rite of passage. So I was glad to see you come along, and here we are a month later, and your mustache looks pretty dang good, man. I gotta tell you,
It's in there, and yeah, you can.
Yeah. Now,
Little bit of gray, but again, mine's very light colored. It's probably thicker than it looks, but I thought it turned out well.
yeah,
I didn't know it
definitely.
would grow as well as it did. So
I think Julie wants to keep the mustache. This is the vibes that I was getting from her.
is that the vibes?
Yes, absolutely.
We'll definitely have to check on that.
But also, man, I think you did an awesome job for creating this live stream and all the technology behind it. I don't know any of this stuff. You know, you showed me that one time we were hanging out for a game night, and I don't know how any of this works, but you do a phenomenal job on making everything work smoothly.
It's a little bit of graphic work and a little bit of seeing what other people are doing, and there you go, just putting stuff in, and it's been a good time.
Man, you got it down. You got a talent. I think you should continue on this path. You know, it can make you some money somewhere there.
We will. We'll have to find our next topic, and maybe we can keep doing some streams on the weekends
Yeah,
and
I
see.
think it'll be a good time.
I know. I know Ryan likes to stream his gameplay. I know Parker likes to stream his gameplay.
He does. He always wants to, but I'm pretty deficient on knowing what to do. So.
There's. I'll show you some phone apps that can stream. I don't know if it'll stream what he's wanting to do, but there's some apps on your phone that you can do for free, and it'll stream out to your page and stuff. So that
Cool.
works out pretty good. Yep.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All righty. Well, again, guys, if you want, go into Movember.com or just scan this QR code if you'd like to make a donation. And every little bit helps, even if it's $1, or I think I got $5 for my donation. So every little bit helps. We're not doing it really for anything other than it was fun to come on and talk about some stuff and talk about some silly mustaches and bring some awareness to our prostate health. And men, get out there and take care of yourself. My brother had mentioned to me, let me move over here. He had mentioned to me that I don't remember what the percentage was, but he said something along the lines that even if you're able to, uh, what was it? Even if you're able to avoid all other illnesses, you're most likely to die from prostate cancer if you're a male.
Hmm. Yeah, this is true.
So
it's one of the
even
most
if you
common
can shun
cancers.
all the other things, and another thing, as far as that mental health goes, I found this little stat that comes up, and it says 3 out of 4 suicides in the U.S. are men. So that's
That's
that mental health,
that's
guys. You gotta get out there and take some time for yourself and not stress over things. Things will be all right.
absolutely that's a pretty high percentage right there. I didn't realize it was
It is.
that prevalent.
Yeah. So, guys, get out there, enjoy yourself, spend time with your family, get out there and relax. Uh, don't shun the family just to go do what you want to do, but take that long weekend, go out. Doesn't have to be things expensive. I know my doctor had always told me, he goes, "Are you taking vacations? Even if it's a long weekend, just a 3-day weekend, head up to like Broken Bow or something like that. Uh, go camping, do something, get out. I know you guys camp a lot.
I
Not
wouldn't
much,
say a
huh?
lot. We yeah, we tried a couple times. We got a camper. We went to
Yeah.
Broken Bow, like you said. Got a cabin up there. I've taken up fishing as a hobby. Not that I'm good at it at all. I'm pretty
Right.
awful. But I like the process. I mean, and there's something relaxing about hanging out there, taking some time just for me to clear my head
Yeah.
and
Get
just fish.
get there, and I know you guys are on social media now watching this, but take a break from the social media, and there's a lot of crap that's out there. So let's try to avoid that and distance yourself. Put that phone down from time to time, and go out there and play catch with your kids or your friends or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
All righty, there, Grant. We will wrap things up, and until next time. All right, buddy.
All right, man. It's been a pleasure.
All right, men, get out there, take care of yourself, and keep doing those checks. Try to stay healthy, eat some healthy food, get some exercise, and take care of yourself. And we will see you guys next time.